Hi, today I'm going to speak about a movie called cheka, chivandha, vaanam, which is equal to Red Sky Operation. This movie got released on September 27, 2018, and it is directed by Mr. Mani Ratnam, and the movie has a multiple star cast. Needless to say, it has all the big actors in the movie. So the movie basically got the story got inspired from the Mughal Empire Aurangzeb, or this is something to do with the family feud. So who is going to take the power after their father's legacy? This subject seems to be interesting, and the script was notched up in Maniratnam style by his writing team and executed in Maniratnam style. Uh, One thing that was very evident is like there was so many killings that was happening in this story. I found out like there were 9 people who got killed in this movie, and we have some important points to you know highlight about this movie. The first things that comes to my mind is Arvindh Swamy, who has played the character of Varadan. So he is running first uh, in getting the family mafia power to from his father to him, and the way he transforms his character from like a ruthless man who wants power, money and everything, to a man who gets into a philosophical tone. He says uh, everyone is zero. So that kind of transformation is amazing in this movie. And moving on to the next character, this is about Arun Vijay's character. And Arun Vijay, I guess like he was given the equal space as Simbu, and Arun Vijay has done the role in a stylish way, as like any other critics say in anywhere in the review you can see. Moving on to Silambarsan. So I think this movie is a bit disappointing for the Simbu fans, because I thought like the Simbu is going to take over the mafia, and his character transformation is the key to this movie, but his character was a little bit taken away by Vijay Sethupathi, the Rasool character which he has played. And this Rasool character is a little bit confusing and inconsistent, and also he is like the director's guy who is going to, you know, level up the story, and he comes all the way to level up the story in each and every point of this movie. So this is something which I found a little bit ridiculous, but needless to say, the Maniratnam punches, the black jokes which he cracks upon, like all the serious situation, is little rejuvenating and youthful and fresh. And moving on to the performance, the actress who has played the mother, I guess she's a Telugu actress. She has done an amazing job, and she has brings out a great expression, as in the point of a mother. And Prakash Raj is just fitting in the role, but he didn't have great space to his talents. Um, and one of the biggest big points of this movie is like each of these characters' background and the why they are what they are doing was not shown in the movie, just like a Hollywood script. So that approach has caused a little bit engaging factor in the movie. And moving on to the interesting part in the story, there were certain high points in the movie, as like we see in the trailers, which went on viral in the internet. And I thought like the second part of the movie was amazing, and the first part, the only engaging factor was like once the suspect, the Tyagarajan, who is a Muruga devotee, everyone is suspecting that he is going to put down the family, and there was a series of attacks that's been happening, and the kind of background score which Rahman has provided has enhanced this execution. And this is one high point in the first of the movie. And moving on to the second part, the high point of the movie is obviously the climax. And so the climax is a little bit a kind of a reservoir dogs kind of thing. And needless to say, there are many people who says Ponniyin Selvan, New World, Godfather. What else to say? They say that Maniratnam copied, but I don't agree with that. So we cannot make a movie without inspiration. And Uh, this movie, I guess, uh, has its life of its own and its art of its own, and it was reasonably well made. But I found first half a little bit uninteresting, and the second half was little bit engaging, and there were sentiments that were like really moving, and in the climax was little bit the most Manoj Knight Shyamalan kind of climax, the unexpected. So these thrill factors and who done it factors are a little bit engaging in the movie. So the way Arvind Swamy is lying down in the car um, as a dead body, and the way Arun Vijay is lying on the top of the car as a dead body, and Simbu is lying down in the mountain hills. So and Vijay Sethupathi Rasool character is taking away all this character. So this seems to be a very high end of this movie, and it was very convincing. And also the way it was narrated in the start, they say it's a police operation, and the way everything has been done. So that is how the movie goes. I especially rate Arvind Swamy's portrayal of this character as very very high, and the way he provides his expression in his eyes, especially his eyes, was acting was amazing, and he brings in the tears on the scene where he says that he was never given a space by his father and was dominated by by him. So that was the excellent part of the movie, and it was a very well made scene. And there was like a couple of miscast. I believe I cannot agree. Arvind Swamy is a coward person, and also the Mama character played by some an actor who is the writer, I believe. So wasn't convincing. We could have had somebody else. I heard that Crazy Mohan's brother Madhu Balaji Sinu was supposed to play some character, important character in this movie, and so moving on, I feel like this is little bit a tricky question whether overall the movie provided a good entertainment. But I would say that the movie was okay, but they could have gone for a little bit. The content was okay, but the arrangement and the way the flow was made had little bit, uh, debatable. So I always thought like something could have been better. So I would rate this movie as 3, and so tell your comments. Okay, thank you.